before they can get to that performance, and they're just not given the time because the budget is so low. So it's one of those kinds of issues. But I don't think that the anime industry mistreats us. I think that it should be changed. It does need to get better because I know so many people who work in anime, like not just like, I work once in a while, but work pretty constantly, and they still need a second job just to like pay their bills. So it's kind of nuts, and that's why a lot of people do the convention scene and like sell autographs. It's not because they're like greedy, it's because they're like, I need to pay my bills, that's all this is, I swear. And they're not lying, so it's like, it's that kind of thing. I wish it paid just a little bit better, that's all. But as far as we're treated, like, we're treated nicely. Everybody's like nice to the actors, nobody's like mean to us or anything like that. So I'm happy with how we're treated as people, I guess. Yes?
Another question on the voice acting industry. Is there any way us fans can help you guys? Like,
sort of, kind of. The issue is money talks. And so like it's all about what people spend their money on or don't spend it on. So I mean like what it would take is for the actors to say, hi, I'm being very mistreated by company X, and for you guys just to like, everybody gets together and goes, okay, we're not gonna buy things produced by company X or things recorded at Studio X or whatever the problem is. But explaining to people on the internet, most of the time, especially on Twitter, which is like super condensed, why what we do even matters is really, really hard, and we come across as like a bunch of like super wealthy, famous people who have tons of money, like demanding more money. Even though it's not true, it's hard to tell people like, no, I swear to God, that's not how this works. And so we actually get a lot of negative pushback from a lot of fans for trying to do that. So like we usually just say like, no, don't try to go to the fans to get help. It's kind of a double-edged sword, and usually it cuts worse coming back. But thank you for the offer. But no, there's not really a lot the fans can do, unfortunately. So, but thank you. I'm gonna go yes.
Okay. What is the favorite voice that you've ever had to do that you can talk about? And can you give us a line from that character?
Okay. My favorite voice, because I forced my way into this role, and I'm not even joking when I say that, is a character for a show called Digimon Fusion.
It's pretty quiet, but it sounds like this. And his name is Cutemon, and he's very, very sweet and nice. And so what I did was I had to tell them, listen, you guys, this character is not a girl. I know he's pink and he's cute, but he's not a girl. So he's gonna be voiced by a guy. So I'm gonna give him a masculine performance. Grr!
And they were like, yeah, okay. Why not? Okay then, fine. Like, you could do the temp voice for this if it'll make you feel better. And then they were like, oh, yeah, it's not that bad. All right, we'll use it. And so like that's how I got that role. So it's Cutemon from Digimon Fusion is my favorite.
It was
voice.
terrifying to hear that voice come out of that body.
That means I'm doing my job.
That was terrifying and adorable at the same time.
From cute to shout. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on just the recording process of Tales of Berseria? Because all my friends would tell me, oh, check this one out, and I haven't really played a whole lot in years. And when I did, oh boy, I got traumatized, that story. And the character interactions, that definitely helped stitch things together, and it stuck out quite a bit after I was done playing with it.
Cool. So let's see, okay. The one thing that sticks out to me, well, there's two things. One, for Berseria, for those of you who haven't played it, the lead, I guess, bad guy, kind of, the main antagonistic force is called Inominat. And so, and I know it's not just me, but everybody in that cast at some point went, Inominat, do 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 do. So like, there's like outtakes from every single character doing that because we all did that.
In character?
Yeah. Oh, of course. And
can you do it in a character?
I basically just did because I mean it's like yeah, it's okay. That was that one. The other one. So okay, my character is all about swords. There's another character named Aizen who's all about punching things with fists. I have a bunch of lines that looked to me while I was recording it to be like very suggestive, and so like all of my outtakes are things like, "Wow, Aizen, I really like what you can do with your fists." And then you would say like, "Ben, stop trying to turn this into a gay joke. That's not okay." And I'm like, all right, fine. And then it becomes something like, "Wow, Aizen, I really like what you can do with your fists." Like just like a genuine compliment. And then I played the game. And it's totally gay innuendo. It's like, yes, and I like what you can do with your sword. And I'm like, wait a second, hold on a minute. You bastards lied to me. They're totally. So like, now it's like canonically with my girlfriend, it's just like, oh yeah, they're totally together. It's like a secret, but we all know. It's like, come on.
Bond's personality has slowly gone into tail.
Yeah. So that's the one experience that I remember from that game. But no, and also like there's like an extra dungeon where we're all doing each other's characters, and so I didn't really actually get to hear what Erica was going to do for Eleanor. I just knew be more uptight and prissy, so it's just me going like, oh no, don't look at me. But it was fun. Was there? Come back to you. Yes.
When you worked on Kids Next Door, did you prefer doing number one's voice or number two's voice?
I preferred doing number two's voice because number one was really tough for me to get into character. I'm not a born leader type, and I had to learn how to play that character on that show. So number two is very comfortable. He's the dork, and I'm like, oh, that's me. I'm a dork, no problem, can do. Tell stupid puns, my mom does that all the time, no problem. So I like doing number two. Number one was always like, okay, get out of your comfort zone and play this character that you're not used to playing. But I like them both, so I would say still number two, just for the jokes. Sure. Yes.
I'm not sure if you've ever auditioned for any like bigger roles, like in Hollywood or anything, but do you ever find it frustrating that you'll have these studios like DreamWorks and Pixar who will, they'll come out with these multi-million-dollar movies and it'll be like featuring the voices of, so-and-so celebrity instead of a professional voice actor?
I'm one of the actors who doesn't get offended by that, and I'll tell you why. When you have a movie specifically, that's like a DreamWorks movie or a Disney movie, you need to sell this thing, you need to advertise it. And so like Jay Leno, he doesn't have a show anymore, when I talk about Stephen Colbert, for instance, is not gonna have me come on his show and talk about a movie because I'm a nobody. I'm not somebody famous. So they need that like celebrity status to really get the word out. And so even if they're not like perfect for the role, but they do a good job, that's really ultimately what matters to me. I don't really care if it's somebody famous or somebody who's just a regular voice actor. If the performance is there, that's what I want. The only time I have a problem with it is when it's like a really phoned in crappy performance in an otherwise good movie and it ruins the movie for me. That's when I have a problem with it. But I've been seeing less and less of that as like these films are becoming more prolific and more is expected of them. So I'm okay with it. The one time I don't like it is when it's like for a cartoon show for kids and the kid doesn't care who the celebrity is. That's when I'm like, well, what's the point of hiring this famous celebrity for a little kid's show? They're not gonna go talk about this on TV because it's not a movie. So I'm like, I don't really get that. That's the one time where I'm like, ugh. But otherwise, you know what? Also, a lot of celebrities can't do voiceover for themselves. So for an actual on-camera film, we come in and we replace their dialogue because they say everything like this. Yeah, hey man, what's going on, man? It's good to see. And nobody can understand what the hell they're saying. So we get the dialogue and we go, oh, that's what they're saying, and we come in and we fix it and we redo all their voices. So like there are some movies out there, it isn't even the celebrity for the entire movie. It's really? It's some voice actor doing a voice match for that guy and fixing all the dialogue. So it's plenty of work for us. So like I don't really have a lot of complaint about that, you know? Yes.
What advice would you have for someone that wants to get into voice acting for anime?
For anime. Okay, let's see. First of all, it depends on where you want to move to because you're looking at a move. If you do not live in New York, Texas, or California, at least in the United States, you're out of luck. Because there's basically no work outside of those three main locations, and even New York is frankly pretty much, it's like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's it. So it's basically Texas or Los Angeles. I can't speak a lot about Texas because I don't really know, but for Los Angeles, you want to save up a bare minimum of $10,000 before you even consider moving out there because it's extremely expensive. When you do come out, what I'd recommend, if you want to get into anime specifically, you go to Bang Zoom, you sign up for their classes because they teach dubbing. And that's a great way, if you already have acting talent, you're already ahead of the game because a lot of it is people who have no acting ability whatsoever, they just like anime and they want to give it a shot. If you have acting talent and you can put it together in one of the classes, they'll notice you and they'll go, oh, she's good. Yo, like I should probably send her some auditions. And that's how you can get in, like it's the most straightforward way in. That's probably what I'd recommend. There are also some people will cold call places. that's kind of iffy, which is where you like call up a studio and say, hi, I'm an actor, I want to audition for you, what do I gotta do? And sometimes they go, great, send me your demo if you have one, or like, give me your contact information, I'll send you some signs. You can audition at home or you can come in and try it out. Other times they go, I don't like that, I don't want to have anything to do with people who cold call, and you'll get blacklisted, but you'll be like one of those people, and they'll be like, I'm kind of wary of them. So it all depends on the studio, it all depends on their mood. For a long time, Studiopolis did not want people to just like show up and try stuff. Recently, they were like, yeah, you got a demo? Send it in, we'll listen to you, we'll send you stuff, and a whole bunch of my friends managed to get in, like all at the same time because they suddenly became much more open. So it's like that, but Bang Zoom I'd say is the most open to new talent, so that's like the easiest in terms of getting in, I would say.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
What voice actor would you say has the most impressive vocal range, in your opinion?
Vocal range?
Ben Diskin.
Gosh, oh boy, that's hard. I mean, just in general, I'd probably say Frank still, Frank Welker.
Okay.
Yeah, he can do all kinds of crazy stuff. And that, or D, Bradley Baker, who's like Mr. Creature Sounds. Like that guy, he did this one thing for an episode of Uncle Grandpa, where they needed him to play an ostrich that Uncle Grandpa's gonna ride on. And they gave him all kinds of direction for how they wanted the ostrich to sound. He produces this weird noise. It sounds just like a large bird. I have no idea what part of his face it comes out of. It might come out of his ear for all I know. And it sounds just like this weird thing. And they're like, great, now we want sad ostrich. And he does the same thing, but now it sounds sad. Now we need perplexed ostrich. Same sound, but now it sounds with a little question mark at the end. People who can do that, who can take that kind of specific direction with like a noise, ridiculously talented. So like it's probably like either Frank or D, I would say, have like the craziest vocal ranges. There was a question, yes.
Going after that question, I'm curious, what is the most like odd noise you've ever been asked to do?
Odd noise. Well, this isn't really an odd, well, okay. So there's this game called Akiba's Strip. Okay, so it's like it's like vampires who get killed with sunlight, but like everything in the game has to sound sexy. Yeah. Because it's like it has like this like sexual overtone to it, so it's like nobody's like dying, go like and falling down and dying. It's like so everything has to be that way. So it would be like, I need you to die, but I want to be turned on by it. And so like I guess that would probably be it. If not that, it would probably be something like weird stuff like that. But like that's not as funny, so I just went with that one. But yeah, there you go. Yes.
So I've seen a lot on Twitter, a lot of voice actors been recording things on the go. And I was wondering if you're if you've ever had to do that for something that you might have already done, and is it as like sudden, or is it just like so impromptu as they make it out to be? Like,
are you talking about a job or an audition?
Audition.
Audition.
Yeah, it's like I know a lot of VAs been auditioning like
here, yeah,
on the go and stuff like that.
I usually do that. I haven't done it for this convention. I kind of wish I did. I missed out on like a brand new show, and I couldn't audition where I was like, I have to pass, because I tried it on my phone and it sounded terrible.
Yeah.
So usually they bring like a microphone that they can plug into something. Some of them bring like some sort of a portable sound thing so that they can get some kind of decent quality. It's nuts. It's hard to do, and I just went, I don't want to bring all my stuff. I want to just go to a convention, nice, and not be bothered by auditions. I'm just tired, and I just want to have fun. So that was kind of a mistake, because I missed out on stuff, but it happens.
Didn't like Erica Harlatcher make a little fort in which to auditions last week?
Oh, I'm sure she did. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's there are people out there who are like mic booth geniuses who will be like, all right, what can I use? All right, there's a table there. I'm going to drape a blanket over it. I'm going to crouch underneath it, bring the microphone down here, bring the script down here, record it, and they'll send it in, and it works decently.
I think one time she did it in the closet with just her phone. Just like,
yeah.
What about the bathroom?
Bathroom is horrible. Bathroom is ugly.
Really?
Yeah, because it'll sound like, everything's like that. It's like you can't have that.
What's the craziest place that you've had to record an audition, though?
Okay, craziest place. So this is what inspired me. I now have like an actual booth at home that I bought and a microphone. What inspired me to do this was I needed to yell in an audition that I was doing from home, and I went, okay, I can't because I'll scare the hell out of my neighbors. They will hear this. I'm in a condo, so it's like they're right next door. So I went, okay, I got an idea. So I went down to my car, I have an SUV, and so like I got into the back, I like pulled the like privacy sheet over it from the inside, lying down on my side, and did a bunch of stuff. The security guy who works the building, and I didn't know this, was in the parking lot, and he hears me like yelling about ripping somebody's leg off, and swearing and doing a bunch of weird sounds, and he hears like a bunch of crazy crap like that, and thought it was like going around going, hello, hello, and I'm sitting there like embarrassed as heck, lying on my side, going like, oh god, I just can't leave. I'm just sitting there just waiting for it to just give up and go home, and I'm like, okay. I need to just get a damn boot. I don't care what it costs. This is nuts. And so that's what inspires. So that's the weirdest place I've ever been. On my side in my car, like a weirdo. Yes.
Can I ask two questions?
Sure.
One, I know you don't have all the information, but there was sort of this teaser image about, not teaser image, teaser video about the new Codename Kids Next Door when number one was a teenager. What happened to it?
That, you're talking about Galactic Kids Next Door? Does that sound right?
Galactic.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, no, it got canned pretty much after we put that up there. It got shown to Cartoon Network and they went, nah. So, sorry, that's not gonna happen, unless they change their mind, but I wouldn't count on it. I feel like Tom Warburton's moved on. So it's like, but we've got about 10 minutes left.
Oh, that's the second one.
Yes.
What was it like voice acting aside from Naruto?
Oh, it was fun. Sai is just like this guy who's so emotionally like a void that it was just kind of straightforward and easy. Just play everything in this kind of monotone way. What's weird is now, because now he's got the curse removed and suddenly he's actually has emotions. So it's like finding that balance between being like very, very bland and simple and flat, and suddenly being like, oh, hey, I'm also happy. Oh, but I'm still Sai. So it's like, yeah, from somebody I haven't quite from. Yes.
If you don't mind, can you do the voice of Nina real quick from Nebraska?
From Ida? Yeah, sure. I've been doing it this whole time. Well, yeah, because I mean my voice is Ida, so it's just like.
I didn't realize.
Oh, that's okay. Hi. I'm awkward, and I have a crush on a red panda girl who will never notice me. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Yay! I did something right. Something wrong.
Super excited to see the two.
Yeah.
I know you do some voice work for Sailor Moon, particularly like the more comedic characters. Like, what are some of the most hilarious lines you think are on the show for you?
For me, it's anything they let me get away with. So like I ad-libbed some stuff and they actually kept it. So I was like, oh. So I threw in like an over 9,000 joke. And I butchered it, but it was supposed to be the Konami code. So like just anything I can like sneak in there, so you know, because it's so dorky. Yes, sir. That.
I was just wondering what it was like in Erased when you and Michelle Ruff technically both played the same character. Like, how was that?
It was cool because the way Alex Von David, our director, worked that out, he wanted adult Satoru to feel very different when you're actually seeing the kid. So I'm sitting down to do all the voiceover for that. I'm normally a stander, but they wanted a very like laid back, just kind of like I'm observing what's happening to my own body kind of thing. And so they mic me very close, and everything's just very like kind of like this, just talking into a microphone very closely. That's about it. And for the characters who were actually up and about, they'd have a stand, and so everything had more of like a live feel to it. And so it was a challenge to just make sure, mainly for the director, to make sure that we both felt like the same character, as opposed to like some little kid and some adult. It needed to really feel like grounded. So I mostly just recorded all my stuff first, and then Michelle would come in and I'd go, oh, wow, she did a good job, it sounded good. So it wasn't challenging for me per se, but definitely for the director. Yes.
So I know that you voiced for Fire Emblem, but like, have you played Fate specifically?
Yes, I tried. I'm
so
horrible at it. Horrible.
So with that, I was curious on what you thought about Jacob and his son and their interactions.
That's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't make it far in the game.
No.
I'm talking like, I tried like one battle, I was like, wait a minute, I have to position myself on a, wait, what? No, I like JRPGs. I get that, I don't get this, and I gave up.
They're special, I'll tell you that much.
So that's what, so I can't, so I hope it's good. Whatever happened. Yes, ma'am.
With you being the voice of Sai, Okay, 2 questions actually. Who is your favorite Naruto character, if not Sai? And what jutsu would you want to be able to use in real life?
Okay, it's probably still Gaara, because I really liked it. I thought he was like super badass. I love all the characters who are like, they look small and weak, but they're just like ridiculously strong. But I also love Rock Lee. So like, so their fight, I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. And
So the fight between them was...
Yeah, and also the animation of that is freaking gorgeous. So like, that one is, yeah. And as for a jutsu of my own, I don't know, probably some genjutsu, I would say. Something that would just let me like, do something weird and mess with somebody's head. Okay, I'll say Sharingan, but that comes with a lot of cost. That's like, maybe not. Okay, you know what? No, it's gonna be Naruto's sexy jutsu, which is just like, because I know I would annoy the heck out of a lot of people with that, so I'll say that. Let's see. Is there somebody?
I'm not ready. I'm just telling you.
Oh, 5 minutes?
Yeah, no, I'm not ready.
Yeah, 5 minutes. That's my hand. Do you have a question? Okay. Let's see. Yes.
So, for characters like Haida, where you're basically just using your normal voice, is it easier or harder when you're just acting but not putting on a voice and you just have to like be yourself?
It depends on the character. If it's like, it's just my voice, but the character is very different from my personality, it's still a challenge. You have to get into somebody else's head. Haida, for instance, is literally just me if I worked in an office. It's like, that's my personality. Oh yeah, I've had that exact experience. Oh, trying to get the attention of a girl who's not interested in me? Yep, been there, So like, that one is like easy. It's just be Ben. That's it. So like, okay. Yes.
I was just thinking, like, wouldn't it be really cool if you could take Haida and then do like Office Space type lines, take up like 8 work,
Yeah.
off the building.
Or no, I mean, he's basically just like furry Jim from like The Office, right? I mean, that's yeah. Different movie and project, but you know. Somebody I haven't heard from. Yes.
Hey, I know you voiced Young Master Xehanort. Do you play Kingdom Hearts? And if you do, who's your favorite character?
Yes. I've played through all the games now. I'd say favorite character is probably still Goofy.
Goofy is MVP.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Do any of your characters just come out in normal conversations you're having with people?
Normal conversations I'm having with people? No. Normal conversations I'm having with people who are very close to me all the time. But that's because I'm unaware of the fact that I keep changing voices. Because it's just like, it's something I just kind of do as like a weird habit. And you might have even seen some of it here now, where I'll just suddenly be like, yeah, instead of like, yeah. Because that's just how I feel, that's how I deal with anxiety, I guess. So, yes. Sure. Not deliberately.
What is your favorite role that you don't get to talk about a lot?
That I don't get to talk about?
Yeah, or at least that you can talk about.
Oh, that I can talk about, but I just don't get to very often. Oh, okay. This is stupid as heck. Okay, there's a game called Drakengard 3.
Oh!
Yeah! Wow, okay, cool. So,
that's Leap Near Automata related to that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so like, alright. This, for those of you guys who are like, what the heck is that? It's a game where you basically, you control an army of dudes. It's the same army of voice actors, depending on what person you choose to lead the army, and we're going to be a different type of army. So like somebody's like an evil zombie army, we're going to be like the evil zombie army for the evil zombie queen. It's that kind of thing. So I play a character, it's just a soldier, it just says Soldier G. Every character in this game for the army is some big, burly, masculine dude who's ready to rip somebody to shreds. I'm the one dude who's like, I just don't want to die! So everybody's like, hark, a dragon, let us slay it! And I'm the one going, is that a dragon? And so like, that's my favorite thing from that entire game, is just me panicking and screaming and freaking out the whole time. And so I don't get to talk about that unless somebody asks a question like that. But there you go.
Thank you.
Sure. Yes, sir.
Any thoughts on Puyo Puyo Tetris? That game sounded pretty fun in general.
It's weird. I'm surprised it has a fan base. I was like, it's some obscure game that nobody's going to play, and I keep seeing people going like, I love Sing and Lemris. And I'm like,
I don't know if you remember on Twitter, but I was one thanking you for anime turning Tetris into anime.
Thank you.
Nothing safe.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much the closest thing